Have you ever watched a trailer and wondered, I wonder how that movie's gonna go? You probably have. So today we're going to be doing just that. I'm going to be predicting how I think the story is gonna go in a movie just based off their trailer. Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Sandra and welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I'd do something a little bit different because unfortunately where I live, we are in Snowmageddon. So I haven't been able to do anything except stay in the house and that's it. So I haven't been able to actually go out and watch any movies to be able to review them on this channel. So I thought that I would do something a little bit different and I would kind of talk about trailers and predict how I think the movie story is going to go. I feel like a lot of people do this, at least I do. Every time I watch a trailer, I'm always kind of wondering how I think the story is gonna go and then watch the movie and see if my predictions are right. I feel like more times than others, the trailers correlate pretty well with the movie, and I say that and what I mean is that I feel like the trailer gives so much away that it's like a pinpoint of, yep, that's exactly how the movie's gonna go and that's how the movie exactly went. Those are not my favorite for obvious reasons because the trailer just spoils everything. Not that you would know that, but once you watch the movie, you just see all the good parts. So I just feel like that's not really the best trailer in my opinion. Also, I feel like some trailers that kind of try to put you in a different direction and kind of do like a show of hand of look over here, but it's really gonna go this way. I don't really love those trailers either because my expectations kind of go a little bit higher depending on what the trailer looked like. And then my expectations for the movies going into it, I'm thinking it's gonna go one way and then it goes a completely different way and I'm sitting there wondering, why'd they do it that way? And that happened for a recent, well, not really a recent movie, but it happened for one of the movies that I've reviewed before. I will leave the link down below. For the movie Weapons, I watched the trailer and I thought that it was gonna go completely different, like completely different. And it was still a good movie at the end of the day. I'm not gonna lie. But I just felt like I had such expectations from the trailer. I thought the trailer was so good and I felt like the movie was gonna go one way and it went a completely different way. I know trailers are just that. Like you're just supposed to look at little bits and parts of the movie to get you engaged and so you do go and watch that movie. But for me, I like to kind of think about where the story is gonna go and I don't ruin it for myself, but it's just kind of fun to predict where I think the movie is gonna go. So today I thought that I would review the movie Send Help since it is coming out soon. I think it comes out January 30th. So I'll have to go and watch that one. Stay tuned for the review because I'm really excited. This movie looks really good. We saw one trailer, I want to say 3 months ago, and then we saw a completely different trailer, at least I did, like a few weeks ago. It was a brand new trailer, I'd never seen it before, but it was really good and it kind of gave us a little bit more background on the movie. I mean, the first trailer definitely got me excited for the movie, but the second trailer just gave us like a little bit more information. So I'm gonna talk about the movie really quick. So Send Help is directed by Sam Raimi, and we have Dylan O'Brien who plays Bradley Preston, and then we also have Rachel McAdams who plays Linda Little. And basically the movie trailer starts out with Linda and she's talking about how she may get this promotion. She's on the phone with her friend, and then it basically cuts to the owner stating absolutely no way, and then they all end up going on a business trip. He ends up actually letting her go on the business trip with them. They get on this private jet and they pull up a video of hers. I'm assuming it's like a YouTube video where it's publicly available to everyone. And she is kind of like showing off her survival skills and him and all of their colleagues start just laughing and making fun of her. Then in like a split second, we just see the plane kind of explode. I'm guessing they hit something or something malfunctions. I'm not really sure. They all get like sucked out of the plane. I want to say except for Bradley and except for Linda because they still look like they were in the plane in that portion of the trailer. So I'm just assuming that they stayed in the plane, which is funny because actually they're like on 2 separate sides of the island. So that's interesting. They must get flown from the plane because there's no other explanation for that. So now Bradley and Linda, they are trapped on this deserted island and there's really no way for anybody to know that they are there. So unfortunately, Bradley is out for about a day and a half. And so Linda has to kind of pick up the slack. She has all the survival skills, so she uses them to her advantage. She makes a shelter, she fishes, she just kind of makes sure that they're comfortable. She even shades him. Like, what the heck? He's been so mean to her for so long and she still had the courtesy to shade him so that he didn't get sunburned. That's so nice. So immediately when he comes to, he starts berating her and asking her why she hasn't done anything to send help. Well, all she's been doing is trying to keep them alive, basically. Also, they're on a deserted island, so I don't think that there's gonna be help anytime soon, but obviously they don't know that. So after they have like this altercation, he says, "I'm your boss," and then Linda says, "But we're not in the office anymore." And it kind of turns a little bit sinister, and we get shots of Linda killing a boar. We get all of the shots of them in blood. Bradley's crying. So we get all these like sinister shots. So obviously something goes wrong after that altercation, or even after that. I want to say it's a little bit after that. I think something's going to happen between the two that really sets them off, not that just that little altercation. So we don't really get anything else out of the trailer besides those sinister shots of her killing a boar and again all of that blood and everything like that. And then they also like draw a line in the sand. So that's really all the information that we get out of both of those trailers. So time for my prediction. So I think because Linda has taken so much from Bradley that she's kind of going to flip the switch and reverse the roles, because she has the advantage of having all of these survival skills. I think she's going to put Bradley to work and kind of give him a taste of his own medicine, and he's not really gonna like that. He's not gonna take well to it, and I think that's when they draw the line in the sand. And then he realizes that he needs her because he doesn't have the survival skills that she has, so I think that he's going to kind of either betray her, either try to gain her trust, or take her stuff from her. He's going to try to sabotage her in some way. That's my prediction. I think he's going to sabotage her in some way. And I think that he's going to attempt to kill her, but I think at the very end, she's actually going to kill him. Or the other way it could go around, which it's pretty much the same concept. It's just when the line in the sand is going to be drawn, which I know really doesn't matter, but it's important to me. I think that they could have the altercation, and then I think that they could draw the line in the sand right after that altercation. And then once they draw the line in the sand, he's going to realize that he can't survive without her. And so he's actually going to go over to her, shake her hand and go, yeah, like, I'll help you. Like, I need your help. And so she'll put him to work. And then that's when the whole, like, her killing a boar and then the blood on the face, them trying to kill each other, basically. I think that that's something that could actually happen. I think in the end that she is going to kill Bradley. I think that is a very big possibility. I don't see both of them leaving the movie alive. So that is my prediction on the movie. I think the only part that I'm unsure of is when they draw the line in the sand, at what point is that gonna be? Is it gonna be in the beginning after the altercation? Or is it gonna be when maybe he's had enough, she puts him to work and he's like, I'm done with this. So that's really the only point that I am unsure of. But again, I think the outcome is that both of them are not going to leave the island alive. So one of them is gonna survive. I'm gonna say it's Linda. But if help does arrive, I think it will arrive at the very end. I could see Linda sitting down over a fire and she is just distraught. She's just so tired and she's eating something. And they're like, oh my God, like you must be so hungry. Like, did you catch something? And it's Bradley. Maybe she eats Bradley. And I know that probably sounds really gross, but I mean, when you're surviving on an island and you absolutely can't stand your boss, obviously she's gonna eat him, right? Totally kidding, by the way. I do think that is a direction that they could go down, but that's like a little extra thing that I wanted to put in there. That's not my complete prediction. That's just like a little extra that I think that they will do. But definitely, they're both not leaving the island. But anyway, I hope you guys liked this video. I thought this would be a little different. I have another video idea that's a little bit different than just my reviews, so stay tuned for that. But I really hope you guys liked this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.